Hey guys, it's Kristin, Nohe, Juchs, and today I got a little assortment of alcohol inks. I bought a lot of these off of Amazon. I will link all of my supplies in the description box below with links to everything. Most of the stuff, almost all of this stuff I've bought off Amazon. Maybe, I can't remember, I think I got these from Dick Blick, but I will link everything down below. So you can see what I use to play around with. I got regular isopropyl alcohol at Walgreens because we have one up the street, but you can probably get this at any drugstore in the first aid section. But anyway, so I really wanted to play around with alcohol inks. I've seen so many cool videos on Instagram and on YouTube lately of people playing around, and so I just laid everything out, so I'm just going to show you. So the inks that I bought all of these. These are the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks, and these came in packs of 3 on Amazon. So I can't remember exactly which ones come in which packs, but I just bought a few packs, and then I also bought these ones. These ones are the artsy ones. So these ones I think I got from Dick Blick, but I might be able to find them on Amazon too. As far as which ones, like I've already played around just a tiny bit with them the other day. Wonder if I can't find. Oh, I was playing with this. This is on this like metallic foily paper that Tim Holtz sells. So I was playing around with these, but these ones have a larger tip on the top versus these ones. So I kind of prefer the Tim Holtz ones, but these ones are nice. I like the bottles of these too. So yeah, so I just have these. I have some cotton swabs. I don't know if I'm gonna really need these. I have a few little cotton pads too if I feel like I need them, but I don't know. I have these droppers that I think I'm gonna use just for using the regular isopropyl alcohol. And I have these little Fantastics things where, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but what they are is it's just a little stick. Oh, see, it's hard to get it to focus. With a felt tip, and inside this little stick part is felt, and so when you dip it into the ink, it'll like go up here, and you can kind of like charge it up with as much as you want and then put the cap on and then stick it in your bag. I actually have a few of them, I think, in this bag, actually. Hold on. I have one already that, yes, I have 2 in here. So what these ones I put in, I put fountain pen ink in these ones. So just little markery kind of things, kind of to make your own markers, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so I kind of want to try out a bunch of different things today. I have a little mini Mr. Pulverizer thing. This is also a Ranger brand, and I put the isopropyl alcohol in this because I want to see what happens when I mist the regular alcohol on it. I have a few paintbrushes too if I need them. And then this is the paper, so you can't use regular paper. I mean, you could use regular paper with these, but all it does is just sink. The ink will just sink straight into the paper. I tried it in my Delusions journal. Actually, I have it right over here. I can show you. I tried it in my Delusions journal, and literally these little drops I put, they just sink straight in, and then it goes through to the back. So it's not the greatest thing if you want to play with something that has porous paper. So that's why I bought this Yupo paper. So these are the little Yupo pads, and this is the one where it's white and it feels like plastic. It is the smoothest stuff. I used this stuff a little bit in college, and you can put regular watercolors on top of this too, and it just makes really cool stuff. You want to be careful, don't touch it too much, because if you get the oils on your hands on it, it'll kind of repel ink. But this was one, this is transparent, but it's not that transparent. You can't really see through it as much as I would think, like with maybe a Duralar. And I also have a little bit of matte Duralar down here that I might try later, but for now I want to just play on a big page. These ones I think I got from Dick Blick, and then this one I got from Amazon. So yeah, so I was just gonna play around a little. I think I'm gonna take the sheet out so I don't get it everywhere. Ooh, this one's like, this is pretty thick. This one, comparatively, this one says Yupo medium. Oh, the other one is too. So, I don't know. But yeah, so I kind of want to just play around with some colors and let's see what we can make, what we can do. This will kind of be like my jelly printing videos where I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm doing. I'm just playing around kind of. For the second time, I played around on this stuff because I thought it was cool and I kind of just dropped them. I didn't have any of my alcohol yet, so we will see. But yeah, oh, okay, let's try to open these. Oh, see, I've already dropped some. Somebody said that sometimes this stuff dries really fast and sometimes it all depends, I think, on which colors you're using and what kind of inks you're using. I'm gonna try a little bit of this artsy one. I'm not sure, they might sell some of these alcohol inks at Michael's, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked recently. That would be cool if they did though. Excuse me. I'm trying to put this lid back on, it's having a problem. There we go. Okay, let's do a little bit of this. This color is called Citrus. And my thought with this and playing around with these is to see if I can't make some sort of like backgrounds and things. That'd be really fun for my art journal, my junk journal, or to like use it for collage, cut little shapes out. That orange is cool. Let's use this lettuce color. I've also seen people play with these in resin, and there was a little while last year where I played around with a lot of resin. I actually, under this table, have 2 giant like half gallons of resin, but it's starting yellow, but I've only had it for a year, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I want to see what happens if I like try and pick some of this up. Oh, okay. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, okay. So it's still pretty, it's a little wet. Let's see what happens if I were to spray it. Ooh! Look at that! Ooh, that looks so cool. That looks very cool. Okay, let's see what happens if I put some, it's drying a little bit now. Let's see. Ooh, sail blue. I love these kind of playing around videos because then I can just turn the camera on and show you guys kind of like my first thoughts on things, like a first impressions almost. And we'll see whether I use these techniques in the future again. We'll see, I don't know. Whoop, that's a lot of purple over there. Okay. Whoop. Let's see, I don't even have it on camera. Okay. Ooh, this is a really strong pigment in this one. Very, very strong. I like this flamingo color. This is really pretty. Let's see what happens when I spritz it again. Whoop. Oh, that looks so cool when I spritz it. Let's see if it'll dry that way. I don't know. May need to spritz some more. That is very cool. I wonder what would happen if I got a blow dryer. That might be helpful, but my husband is sleeping in the other room, so we won't be using that today. He works a night job, so he has to sleep during the day. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use a pipette and I'm going to get some of this isopropyl alcohol in here. I'm just going to... some of it up. Yeah, it starts to go away once you do the, ooh yeah. It starts to go away when you spray it, and it'll kind of, this is very cool. I wonder what would happen if I kind of, it's almost like tie-dye. It's so cool. Yeah, I might get out my resin at some point and try these in resin, because I hear that they are very cool when you use the resin in the resin. And I also ordered on Amazon. It's actually coming today, but it's not here yet, obviously. But there's this marker, this blending solution that Tim Holtz has. I'm gonna pick some of this up. There's this blending solution that Tim Holtz has, and apparently it's different than regular alcohol. At first I was like, are they really trying to sell us literally isopropyl alcohol that costs like $2? First I was like, are they really trying to sell this to us? But then I realized it has like other stuff mixed in it, so I don't know how much different it is, but I'll try it once we get a little closer. Once I get it and we play around more. I don't know why this is doing this. I think this is where there was a little bit of stuff, like fingerprint kind of on the edge. Let's see what happens when I, yeah, use the brush a little. Ooh, the brush, picking it up and moving around works pretty cool too. Ooh, I like this. Okay. But I figured this could be some really cool backgrounds, some really cool stuff for my art journal. I kind of just like these videos where I kind of play around with the different supply, just to see how it works, you know, and just play. That's my favorite thing to do, just in general, every day, is kind of just play around with different things. You know, my background in art, you know, is an illustration, but I feel like sometimes I would be a good fine artist as well, just in general, because, you know, I love just playing around with everything and making something out of nothing with different supplies. Let's see what happens when I spritz. Ooh, up there. Okay. I love what it looks like when I spritz it, but then sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't stay like that. The ink tends to just kind of flow together. Let's see what happens when I use some of this eggplant color. Put some of it down here. Part of me also wonders too, what would happen if I used like some watercolor masking fluid. That would look very cool, and that would work pretty well too, I feel like, on this paper, because watercolor masking fluid is more of like a plasticky, rubbery thing, and this paper is very, very plastic. It is very, it is just very plasticky, and so the masking fluid would actually come up very well, which sometimes is a problem on papers that have a little bit more tooth to them. So I'm actually curious how that would work out. This is so much fun. It's weird though, these aren't spreading out as much, and maybe it's because I already sprayed the paper. Ooh, that could be it. That could be a problem. Ooh, didn't think about that one. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Maybe it's because I sprayed the paper with alcohol before. Yep, I bet that's it. Okay, note to self, note to everybody else, don't spray it with isopropyl alcohol until after. I mean, you can use the isopropyl alcohol to like move things around, but don't spray it if you don't want to get the ink to not spread right away. I wonder what would happen if you would put down a bunch of isopropyl alcohol and then you were to then drop in the ink. I can try that too. At least the brush will move this stuff around. That's good. This just looks so cool. There's just all these different little cells and stuff almost. Okay, let's put this alcohol down. And then we're gonna drop in the colors. Let's see what happens. Ooh! Let's drop in some of this light pink again. I like this light pink. This is a pretty color. I noticed on Amazon after I had ordered half of these that they have some other really light colors, and I really like lighter kind of colors. Let's see what, ooh, okay. Let's add in a little bit more of this pumpkin color. I think it's called pumpkin. Yeah, it is actually. And then I have this watermelon color. This is more of like a true red, I think. Yeah. Maybe some of this needs to dry just a little bit before I do anything else. Right here, so let's move up this way. I'm gonna drop more of this pool color. This is beautiful. Or no, this is the patina color. This is the pool color. An amethyst. The amethyst was really pretty. Maybe a little bit of this cranberry color. I think I've mixed too many colors together. This doesn't look very cohesive, but that's okay. It's not really what we're going for. We're just playing at this point. Playing. Dropping some more of the alcohol. This is very cool. I might use this for collage and like just cut little bits out of it. Let's get more of this eggplant. The other thing I've heard too is you can put details on these with other alcohol markers. So Sharpies are alcohol markers, so are Copic markers, Prismacolor markers. Let's see, what else is alcohol based? Yeah, I have a bunch of Copic markers. Those are my marker of choice. But, you know, you could use a bunch of different things. So I'm just like making some texture, picking up some of the ink from other spots and placing it down with the paintbrush. It makes it really cool. Let's try and spray this again. Let's see what happens. Woo! That just looks so cool when you spray it with the pulverizer. Ugh. I mean, it doesn't really stay like that, like, but it does eventually get more of like a mottled look like up here. So that did work. And I bet if it was more dry and you sprayed it, it would stay like that a little bit better. Let's see, what can I do here? Let's see, if I drip the lighter color doesn't really do much, but I bet if I use the alcohol, it'll kind of pick up some of the color. It's getting bigger. This is very, very cool. Let me zoom out so you can kind of see my whole sheet at this point. This is very cool. I don't know about backgrounds. I think this will be really cool when I cut it up and use it for collage. I think it'll work out really well for that. Use a little bit more of this sailboat blue. See if we can pick it up and kind of move it around. That makes a cool thing too, and you pick it up and move it around. Very cool. I think my favorite part so far is kind of like this over here. I don't know why. It just made some very interesting colors with everything. Oh, let's see what happens when I try and pick up a little bit of this ink using kind of like a cotton pad. Like if I kind of touch it to the ink and kind of pick up a little bits of it, maybe not have it be as strong of a dye. I'm just using kind of like the edge to pick it up. And let's see what happens. Let's spritz it again. Woo! I love what that spritz makes. Maybe now that this is starting to dry, then maybe this spritz will dry like this and it will look very, very cool. And then let's play a little bit more up here just to finish it off. I want to do some edge, edge to edge. Let's see what happens when you kind of drop some ink on almost dry stuff. Oh, it kind of dissolves the ink that's under it. That's cool. That works really well too. Let's use this eggplant. And then let's put just a little drop of, tiny little drop of alcohol in the middle of that. Let's see. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay. Okay, this works so much better when you have the isopropyl alcohol to kind of play around with. Whereas before, when I was doing this, I was kind of just like moving it around. And this looks kind of cool. And I was trying to like pick up little bits of it with paper towel, but I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. The isopropyl alcohol is kind of strong, so just be aware that it's a little strong. It's a little crazy. Okay, let's see. I think let's put a little bit up here. Let's see what happens if I use a little bit of this. Let's paint a little bit on it. Let's see, put this on the brush, straight on the brush. I had some other colors on the brush too. Let's use a little brown. We haven't used any of this espresso color. I found that a lot of Tim Holtz products come with like a lot of brown stuff. A lot of brown, and I am just not a brown person. Like, I prefer brown over black, but like, it's just, he likes a lot more of the stuff that's aged and like antiqued looking. I'm just not into that kind of style. I much prefer a very colorful, whimsical kind of style of things. So I try and only pick the products from him that are very colorful, like all the distress inks. When you buy sets of them, they all come with a freaking brown, but that's okay. You know, that's his style and they're his products, so whatever he wants. But yeah, I just try and buy the products that mostly are the colorful ones, because that is more me, just in general. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of put this off to the side and I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit, and then I am probably gonna get another piece of this Yupo and I'm gonna do another thing, and I think I'll speed it up and put music behind it, and then I'll come back at the end to say goodbye. So here we go. So, yep, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Bye-bye.